Welcome to Besame Wellness. Since opening December 23rd off 169 Highway in Smithville, we have opened up 4 more stores in North Kansas City, off Berry Road and I-29, Liberty, Gallatin, and coming soon, Warrensburg. We are your favorite local medical marijuana dispensary, here to educate, help, and engage our local community. We have everything you're looking for, from high-quality flower to edibles, tinctures, and beverages. And if we don't have it, odds are we are getting it very soon. So please, come see our beautiful dispensaries and let our informative, educated staff take care of you. And welcome to the Besame family.
Hemp. Our mission is to promote better overall health and wellness as a whole, mind, body, and spirit. Founded by nurses with a strong belief in alternative holistic therapies, always striving to provide the highest quality and safest products possible. You can find all of our products at hariomhemp.com. All Hari Om Hemp products are tested at a third-party facility.
What's going on, guys?
What's happening, everybody?
Hello.
Welcome to another episode of Top Shelf with Big V and Zach. I'm Big V.
I'm Zach.
And Stuart's in the back.
Yep.
Oh, hey, everybody.
Stuart's in the back.
Yabba dabba doo.
Oh, yeah.
Dab in. What are you guys medicating with tonight?
There we go. Running a little behind tonight.
Oklahoma weed snobs in the house.
Oh, man.
What's
going?
up, everybody? Woo!
Oh, man.
Still working on this caviar from Coco Labs.
I am actually smoking on some new stuff, some core from Core Extract, new extract facility. It's a headband cookies.
Headband cookies.
Sauce.
That sounds very sativa-ish.
Right?
Headband?
Headband cookies.
I had a run-in with Headband back in 2004.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah?
that shit set me off.
All it says for ingredients are cannabis oil. So, doesn't tell us what
cannabis oil in it.
Don't know what kind of cannabis oil.
What else you want to know, city boy?
It doesn't say whether it's sugar or what?
Sauce.
Sauce. That's quite saucy.
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 Oh, man.
Woo. Dude, I'll tell you what. How is it?
It's not bad. It's a little on the harsher side, but it's not bad.
It looks pretty nasty from over here.
Yeah, it kind of doesn't look the best.
I'm glad you're smoking it, vaping it, not me.
You know what? This would be good in the nectar collector. The way the consistency of it. Maybe not good. Might not be the right word for it, but it'd be easier to smoke.
Better.
It'd be easier to smoke from a nectar collector.
Right on.
Just because how sticky it is and everything.
Awesome. Hey guys, so we got. Don't forget, start tagging people. Get your name on the Wheel of Dank. Get you some souvenirs. We don't even have them up here.
No, we don't.
So So we don't have them on the table. What happened, man?
Where are they? Close by?
Hey, Mike. Yeah, Mike said something about it already. Yeah.
Oh man.
So what do you guys think about it?
Right.
What do you guys think about it? You like it? I think it's going to make it easier for us all to chill together.
Let's do this.
Get in here, brother.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, what do
If
you
I'm
guys think?
here, does this work? Am I too close to
You
Vernon?
just come close, baby. Just come close.
No, I actually like this because like I just be right here.
Tag someone.
You know,
Get
yeah.
your name on the wheel
Don't
of day.
forget. So anyway, I'm
Yeah,
going.
awesome,
I gotta
brother.
go. I was
Cool.
just checking it out.
Yeah, so
Right.
yeah,
I
and
like
we can
it.
shift it and move according to
We get more people in,
We
we
got
can
some
kinda-
special guests tonight.
Yeah, we
After
do.
the news, we're gonna have the representatives from Shady Phrase Farms.
Yep.
Zach went out and took some footage today, and so we're going to have Shady Phrase Farms here.
Yep.
And they're going to tell us what they're all about. They're on a mission, and we believe in that mission. And yeah, so that's going to be cool.
Yeah.
So we got to, and we're going to have Cannabinoid Corner with
Yep.
Matt Cascio. He's going to keep talking about cannabinoids. So we're bringing that understanding of our wonderful herb and plant that we all adore so much, and we want everybody to know everything they can about it. So that's what we're doing right
CBG
after
tonight.
CBG.
CBG.
CBG is the topic of discussion. And then we all know it's Croptober, and it's time to harvest those crops, but it's also time to start getting your indoor grow geared up so you can have meds all year round. So
Right.
we're going to be talking about all that stuff right after we come back from a word from our sponsors. We almost sound like we got a real show going on.
Right,
here, man.
almost.
So yeah, take it, Dave.
Welcome to Kansas City Cannabis, your hometown, locally owned and operated cannabis dispensary. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will guide you through your journey to wellness. Patients first is our guiding mantra, and we'll continue to bring quality, affordable medicine to the patients of Missouri. Kansas City Cannabis Company, inspiring wellness. Now open in Kearney and Blue Springs. Coming soon to Lake Lotawana and Excelsior Springs. For location, hours, and current menu, visit kccannabis.org.
All right.
Wayne's World. Hell yeah. So, all right, everybody. That's funny because there's a delay between there and here, and it
Yeah.
kind of caught me off guard. So
It does
right
every
on,
so
man.
often.
So you know what? I just have to say that every day that I wake up and we can bask in the ability that we have. You know, it's sad that we have to like be thankful and grateful and all in awe of the freedoms that we've been given because
Right.
I mean we
Cannabolic
should be able
glory.
to.
Yeah.
It shouldn't even be a freedom that we're given.
Right.
But you know what? I just can't help but just be so grateful and thankful that we can wake up every day and we can be open about our love for this herb, cannabis, that we
I agree.
adore so much.
Indeed.
Look, man, how many religions are built off a freaking plant?
right.
Okay, look, this is a divine cultivar. This is a divine plant. This herb that we have that we call Mary Jane is such a divine thing that we have. It's a healer of the physical body, of the emotional body, of the
Yes.
spiritual body. It's a healing plant, man.
And it can't be stopped.
No, it can't.
Like in any way, not through prohibition. I mean, not through,
Yeah.
you could like walk by and step on it. It's probably, it can't be stopped.
Right.
And you know what, man? We're moving forward here, and
Yeah.
things are happening. Things are happening for us, and I'm just grateful for that. I'm just so grateful that we get to all come together like this, and we get to gather in the name of Mary Jane.
Yes.
Okay, We get to come together in honor and in adoration. That's
The
all.
Church of
I know.
Holy Smoke.
I know. You know what? The Church of the Holy Smoke Kleptiker. Did I say that right?
Man.
The Holy Smoke Kleptiker.
So
Anyway, that's good dab we got going on. So yeah, we got Cannabinoid Corner tonight with Matt Cascio. So what do you guys know about cannabinoids? CBG.
CBG.
That's what tonight is?
Yep.
I don't know shit about CBG.
I didn't. I do. I know a little now.
Tell me about CBG before Matt does, or do you just want to let Matt do it?
We'll let Matt do
all
all
right,
that.
so Dave, you want to give us Matt so he can tell us about CBG?
Hey guys, welcome back to our talk on cannabinoids. Last week we talked about THCA. This week we're going to talk about CBG. So, tell us a little bit about CBG.
So, CBG, hey man, you know, CBG is actually one of the first cannabinoids that the plant makes. Really? So, you know, when you see these CBG flower, it's really, they stop the growth of that thing right when the CBG is really the strongest and they harvest it. Yeah, wow. So, yeah, really interesting stuff. And it's called the mother of all cannabinoids just because it's really the first one that's really produced by the cannabis plant. So, pretty cool stuff. Obviously, once again, you know, we're diving into these cannabinoids because people need to know that THC and CBD, the ones you really know about, are out there, but there's other cannabinoids that have just as many medicinal benefits. And the things I am going to talk to you guys about are from research studies that are out there. So, you know, if you're always looking for research, you can go to PubMed. It's the government medical library, and just type in cannabis. There's about 27,000 entries, so be sure to check it out if you're a cannabis nerd like me. So let's kind of dive in. Obviously, like I said, it's the mother of all cannabinoids, and there's research showing that it's great for people with glaucoma because it really helps decrease the intraocular pressure in their eyes. Okay. So, which is obviously, you know, we've heard a lot about, you know, THC, you know, in glaucoma patients. Right. So we're seeing here THC stacked out with CBG. So there's two cannabinoids that are helping with your glaucoma. Okay. So neuroprotective, as far as, you know, really helps protect, like people with Huntington's disease that have a lot of neurological problems. There's a lot of great research out there how CBG has really helped out with some of the symptoms that they suffer from. Nice. Inflammation, as far as people with IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, which could be colitis, a whole bunch of different, you know, I think really stomach problems kind of tied into one. I know that, you know, you start tying CBG in with terpenes that are great for the stomach, so you start seeing all the synergy once again as you're stacking all these things together from this lovely plant. It does have some anti-tumor properties. There's some research out there that it really helped out with people with colon cancer. It decreased, caused cell death with people that have colon cancer. Really? Yeah. An appetite stimulant, somewhat like THC, but it doesn't get you high like so people that are trying to stimulate their appetite but don't want to feel the psychoactive effects, if you can direct them to products that have higher CBG, you know, or just a CBG tincture or something like that. Obviously, CBG has some really cool, as far as I would say, like antiseptic and antibacterial properties. I know that I have a CBD and CBG tincture that during the summer when I kept getting mosquito bites, if I put the tincture on there and rubbed it in, it wouldn't itch for hours. Really? Yeah, I mean, literally. Anecdotal, just want to throw that out there, just a disclaimer and all, but yeah, it was really pretty cool. And I mean, there was even a couple people at work that had bad mosquito bites that I was like, check it out. And they're like, oh my God. So, nice. Yeah.
Very interesting. Have to look into that.
Yeah.
Further.
Hell yeah, man. And for people that have bladder disorders, CBG is shown to really help out with contractions in the bladder that are caused by a lot of inflammation. And inflammation is something that most people suffer from all over their bodies. So CBG is really going to help out. As a matter of fact, you know, CBG is funny. Like, there's a lot of people that have tried CBD that it didn't really work for them that well, but when they use CBG, they could really feel it just
feel better,
relaxing them. helping, kind of really they could feel kind of the inflammation, just kind of, wow, I feel this really. So, and there's a lot of people that haven't had good luck with CBD for one reason or another. And one of the things that there's research that shows that CBG actually works with the CB2 receptors in our endocannabinoid system and helps inhibit oxidative stress, which is a silent killer in our body too. So
Interesting.
and definitely a good sized dose of CBG could possibly be a good sleep aid for people too. I know that, I do have a CBG tincture, but I take a pretty large dose before I go to bed, and it really, I definitely sleep well. So pretty cool stuff.
Is this more of a, again, like the THCA we talked about last week? Is this a raw form, or is this stuff? Where do you get the CBG from?
Yeah.
Is it from?
So CBG, you're going to find it in a basically this. Like, say for instance, I have some CBG flower at home. Mm-hmm. Before I light it and decarboxylate it to turn it into a tincture, it's really CBGA.
Right.
So that's the precursor to CBG. So that's another cannabinoid that I haven't really discussed much, but yeah, so there's a catalyst for every reaction.
Right.
There's a reaction, and it's like,
so this is the the cooked version
of CBGA. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So, but you're going to find, you'll find CBG in some of the higher the THC, the less CBG and CBC and things like that you'll find that you see like in a hemp plant that only has 0.3% THC. So you'll see more CBC and more CBG, and you'll see more THCV and things that get diminished, I think. I'm not, once again, a scientific grower, dude. I'm a smoker, not a grower. But as that higher THC, predominates, I think you see less and less of these other cannabinoids, So that's why, you see probably a lot more. We don't see enough one-to-one, cultivars, but we should. But
hopefully they'll be coming on the market soon.
Yeah, there's a few out there I know of that are out in the dispensaries. I think. Well, I can't name any names due to disclaimers and stuff. No, but there's a 1-to-1 out there, and there's a 2-to-1 out there. And if you ask your bud tenders at some of the dispensaries, they're going to show you, and you should check them out. This research, once again, that I've talked about, really pretty cool stuff. And once again, we're doing this to really tie in how you can find out maybe which cannabinoids are going to be better for you, and maybe experiment with some different tinctures and different products out there to find the one that's going to help you with your symptoms.
Right. Figure out which toppings you want on your cannabis salad.
Sure, man. Once again, like we said last week, everybody's little ride down this cannabis path is going to be such an individualized thing that you got to really kind of experiment and figure out what's going to work for you and what's going to make me feel the best. Because your ride and mine is going to be somewhat similar but different in certain ways. Yeah. So yeah, and everybody needs to figure out what's going to be the best for them. That's for sure.
Right. All right, Matt. Like always, it's been a pleasure having you.
Always.
Next week, I think, what were we going to talk about next week?
We're going to talk about CBDA, the acidic form of CBD.
Well, see y'all next week.
Have a great week, you guys.
All right.
Wow.
Thank you, Matt.
CBG.
Yeah.
I did not know all that before now.
It's very interesting. It's cool how you can, everybody's like, well, CBD, if you take your CBD, like you said, everybody thinks, well, CBD will take away your high. Well, if you use CBG instead, it doesn't have that same effect.
Take away the high.
Yeah. So
that's crazy, man. But it's really crazy how if something's high in THC, almost everything else it's not high in at all. So
another thing that was interesting was CBG is higher in younger plants. The younger the bud, the higher the CBG.
Okay.
So it's the first, like you said in there, it was the first cannabinoid to form in the plant.
Oh, okay. So maybe when you take it down when it's clear or just starting to turn cloudy on the trichomes.
Yeah, something
cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. So now you know all about CBG. Thank you, Matt, so much for your knowledge, dude. That guy is so cool. He got such a sweet spirit about him. So It's Croptober.
Yeah.
And we have people that are hating life right now. We have people that are loving life right now, depending on
Some
how
are
you're
mixed.
Some
Yeah.
are mixed. Stuart's mixed over here. He's over here and he's like, oh, rah, fucking outside growing. I said, are you gonna grow again next year outside? Yep, sure am. It's like, oh my God, dude, whatever.
Right.
So yeah, he's the kind of guy that likes spankings and shit, you know. I mean, 'cause
I guess the yields
probably-
on it, though, I could only imagine the yields on it do make it.
he likes
more-
punishment.
Well,
Right.
I'm going to get better. I'm going to get better next
Yeah,
year.
exactly.
I'm not going to make the mistakes again. And then, yes, the yields and everything.
The quality.
I mean,
and that's what it's all about. It's
not that
about
you
learning.
can't. Yeah, not that you. I mean, I'll get the quality up, but not to say which is better, indoor or outdoor. But definitely the yields will be higher.
Right.
If I go fully enclosed with filters, I won't have any pollination. So
Right.
Yeah,
talk about
and that'll be a
aggravation.
plus.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
pretty aggravating.
Yeah.
Did you get
which
it-
is fine. I mean, I have been in test mode, and it's really strong. Has great effect. Almost every. I've got a few different kinds, and I've tried a couple, and they're
they're
great.
seeds.
But there are seeds. Yes.
Okay, so everybody, get ready. Artisan the Dank.
Oh man, it's gonna be
mystery mix.
Purple
It-
Mayhem
it-
times Missouri Hemp, probably.
Mo Mids,
Right.
baby.
Yeah.
Times
That's
Mo
right.
Mid. Mo Mid Blade. I don't know. Hell, Mo Mid.
Show me.
We don't know if it's Kush or we don't
Whatever,
know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mo
Show me
Mid
mids.
Yeah.
Show me mids.
That'll be one. I'll be like, I have to put something like these might be actually mids, guys.
So we're gonna give those souvenirs out free from Stewart's Grow.
Oh man,
We're
got
gonna
to
give
get them
those
off
out.
my tray.
We're just gonna, Hell, who knows? We might just go throw them out, dispose of them out by the riverbank.
Yeah, cost
Right.
some other poor soul some pollination on down the road.
Yeah.
That'd
Hey,
be
Dave,
good.
when you've
That'd
got,
be good.
why don't you bring Stuart's picture down a little bit? He's right. The live is covering his picture up. There we go.
There you go. Put him over the dude.
Yeah.
man.
I don't even
So-
There, now the people
feel
can
right
see him.
covering up.
But
the
so everybody's getting ready to harvest, or they're harvesting. Tiny Tim up there, he's getting ready to harvest, and he showed me some pictures of his greenhouse today, and I'm glad it's not me. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, that's a
Oh
lot
my
of
God.
a lot of plant to
The
deal
dude
with.
has got some humongous plants
Yeah.
out there, and so he's had a good grow. He has ran into all the pitfalls that outdoor growers run into, but he's in a greenhouse, so he's got that going for him. So it's all about upping your game, man. So next year you'll do things that you should have done this year and make it better. And so if you're harvesting right now and you got a lot of plants to harvest, your outdoor plants are bigger than you thought they would, and you just have 6 monsters, or you're a caregiver and you had all your patients' plants outside this summer, whatever. Don't forget to get a hold of Richard Breland,
Yes,
the trimmer store,
Yep.
right?
I'm just
Yeah, the
waiting on
trimmer
mine to
store.
be ready
So,
to trim.
There you go.
There you go.
Right there at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, right at the bottom of the screen. Get a hold of him.
I'm gonna have Richard up. So
Yeah.
I mean, he can come up and he can do in a few hours what it will take you weeks to do. I mean,
yeah,
literally.
and I'll bet you if I can figure out the day and I can figure out a way to tell you guys, then we
if
could
you
like
coordinate it, yeah.
we could figure out a way that he could do a few and like we could get some really
Yeah.
like, it could be little to nothing
When
you
he
know,
comes
if
to
he's
Kansas
already
City,
in
yeah.
the town. Yeah, and it's not that expensive really
Nope.
to begin with. So give the man a few jobs, you
Hell
might,
yeah.
even get a better deal. So
Have him come out to
that's kinda
Kansas
what I'm
City.
thinking of.
Besides, I've been trying to get him to come out here anyway. He comes out,
Yep,
but
it's gonna be time.
he comes out, but he never has time to stop in. I caught him at Nasty Glass and stuff. He's a busy guy, man. He's a busy guy.
Top Shelf Studios is kind of out of the way.
No,
you know.
Richard's awesome, man. I love that dude. So Richard's the real deal. Richard is he's a solid cat. So, but yeah, so
We have a trivia question to get to.
we're all ready.
Yeah, we're past it a
We're
little.
past it. Shit. See,
Yeah.
just going on. So
Already past
yeah.
Bring that trivia question up for us, Dave.
Trivia question.
Yeah, let's see. What is the name of the oldest rolling paper company? So what's the name of the oldest rolling paper company?
All right, who's got that one?
Let's see if what I said's going to happen starts happening right away.
We've all placed our bets on what the most popular answers are going to be.
Right.
So, yep, who gets it, man? So, Johnny Sharp. No, that's not it, John. There it is.
Oh.
Here come the answers.
Yep.
Zigzag, zigzag, Prince, Papa.
Nope, none yet. Oh, man.
What are these? A lot of names I haven't even heard of.
Huh?
Rizla.
Who?
Alicia.
Yeah, back here. That's what I
Alicia
thought.
Linda.
Pepe.
Oh, Alicia Yost. Yep.
Where? Yeah, Pepe. Alicia Yost.
Yep.
Yep.
Pepe.
Man, good job.
In like
So,
1760.
Alicia, you got some alien sugar cookie
1760?
souvenirs
Yes.
coming.
It was done in like they formed it in like 1760.
We don't have them up here, but we're going to send them to you with some stickers and
Yeah.
some other, maybe some cool shit that goes with them. Who knows?
Yeah.
But you definitely get some souvenirs.
Yep. It's good stuff too.
It's dude, that
Yeah,
alien
we're going to be
sugar
saving a
cookies.
lot by shipping
I'm
it all to
telling you what,
Oregon
they're
at the same
feminized,
time.
So, you know, and we give 8 seeds in a pack.
Yep.
So that, just so you know that. So let's see, what time is it? So right now we were going to talk about a little bit about getting your indoor grow set up, but we got to ask Top Shelf.
Yes,
so
we do have an Ask
we've
Top
got
Shelf.
our viewer question, Ask Top Shelf. One of the questions that we got, and I'm just going to say it real quick, is that why doesn't Stuart have Ask Stuart? We are working on that. We
Yes.
will definitely add an Ask Stuart button
Yes.
so that all you fans of Stuart can ask Stuart
I
a
don't even-
question directly.
I don't know what they're to ask me, but
Right.
I don't know,
Whatever.
man. I mean, you know, how'd you get so goddamn good looking, man?
Right.
You know,
Man.
I know, right? I mean, you
it's a
know,
long story.
it's a long story, man. Like 40-year long story, isn't it?
Somewhere close to that.
Close to that, yeah. 20-year, 30-year, 40-year. Hell,
Almost,
who knows?
almost 40.
I'm
Anyway.
gonna dab to that.
We're getting
Are
close.
you
Yeah,
gonna
I
dab
said,
at that?
you know what? That made me want to grab my torch.
Okay, so-
I have an urge to get this torch all of a sudden.
Oh man.
Everybody's dabbing. Okay, whatever. You know what, Dave? You want to bring up the trivia question?
Not the
Or
trivia.
not trivia. The Ask Top Shelf question for this week.
The opposite trivia question, where someone else asks.
Not
Viewer question.
Viewer question. Sorry about that. My bad. And I'm getting ready to dab more.
Oh, let's see. So our viewer question: do you keep a logbook on your grow? And if so, what information do you keep in it? Keep and why?
Who's that question for?
That is from K-Man in Willow Springs.
For who? All of us?
Yes,
So go ahead, Zach. Answer that.
I do. Just to keep track of, your when your cycles start. When you flip
Right.
it, and keep track of your watering. Make sure you're watering as much as needed for the plant, and all your amendments and everything you're adding, keeping track of all that. If you don't, especially for people like me, I forget a lot. So
Yep.
I need to keep track of that, because if I forget, I'm such a forgetful person. I'll put the stuff in the next day and go, did I feed that yesterday? And if I didn't write that down, I'd burn up my plants putting too much stuff in there. Possibly.
So theoretically, yes, I keep a log. Whether it actually happens or not depends on the day. No, I do keep a log of when I've put a cutting into. I keep a log starting when I take the cuttings. I mark the cloner with the date that I took the cuttings. When I pull them out, I mark the pot that they go into with the date that they go into the pot in
Right.
and out of the cloner. And then that allows me to mark my veg time. And I pretty much know by each variety how long I'm going to veg it to get it to the point that I need it to.
Right.
Once you've grown it for a few times and you've taken it through cuttings, you've kept it going. That's why I like clones.
Right.
But what I do is I keep track of when I feed it. I keep track of if I notice something's wrong with it, I'm supposed to write that down.
Right.
Notice I said I'm supposed to write that down.
Right.
So I try to. I fail miserably a lot, but I try to, and that way I know. And then will write down what I've done to remedy that. And I was a lot more adamant about this when I was a new grower and when I was a younger grower. Not so much anymore because I just grow the plants.
Right.
You know, I kind of know, and I just grow the plants, and I'm not really trying to figure them out. But if it's a new variety, I pay a lot closer attention. I keep a lot better notes. You know, when did I flip them to bloom?
Yeah.
How tall were they?
Right.
Keep. Okay, if you notice.
How much of a stretch did they
right.
go
How
through?
much of a stretch did they go
Right.
to? When you flip them, how tall are they?
Yeah.
Where are they at? You know, after day 21, after they've gone through the stretch and they've got bud set, how tall are they? So how much stretch did this gives you an idea of how long you want to veg them.
Right.
So they don't overgrow your room. Things like that. So, but basically, just keep a calendar. And I go on a weekly calendar. So I have mine laid out in 10 week increments, right. 10 week for veg, 10 week for bloom. Doesn't mean I have to go that long. If I only go 6 weeks veg, then that's what the veg schedule states. So, you know, but I have space for notes, and I leave more space for notes than I do, you know, like boxes to check and shit like that. I'd rather just be able to write in what I do. I keep track of how much I fed, when I fed, why I fed.
Well, there's
if there was a reason, if the plants were looking pale, but just keep detailed notes. That's it. You know, just keep detailed notes of the grow.
They actually make apps now you can use too, where you can put in pictures of all the stuff. You know, you just look them up on your Play Store or whatever.
And there's one called Mary Jane that's very popular.
Yep.
So, but yeah, there's some grow apps you can get into, and if you're technically savvy and you like that, I would prefer to just write my stuff down on paper.
Right.
So I go on Desktop Publisher, make me out a thing, print the shit out, and I have it at my desk. And when I go to my garden, if there's anything worth noting that day, I will write it down. If not, I don't. But yeah, keep a log, definitely. I hear so much, somebody will send me a picture of a plant and they'll be like, hey man, do you think this is about ready? And I mean, I can't tell from a picture unless you can really get down and give me a macro of the trichomes, right? And I can't tell. So I ask, how long has it been in bloom? Oh, I don't know. I think like 4 weeks, or I think like 6 weeks. Okay, well, that's very important to know.
Right.
Because you can gauge where your plant's at and just about how long it's going to be before you really need to start paying attention to if it's ready by how long it's been in bloom. Almost all varieties growing in organic soil are going to go 7.5 to 8 weeks minimum. And that's a real heavy indica that comes down early. Very rare to find those. Most are going to go 8.5 to 10 weeks, some 12 even of the hybrids. If you're getting into some of the cookies and the more sativa dominant hybrids, they're going to go maybe 12 weeks before they mature, things like that. So, but you want to know that plant, and you want to know, you know, that growth cycle. So,
and you want to know what perfect day it is to harvest.
Yeah, and you
want
want to
know every time.
And you want to know when you put it in. So when you go, okay, how long before I really need to start paying attention to the trichomes? Well, about 3 more weeks. And then you start looking at them, and they're starting to look clear and a few cloudy, and then you get to see the progression because you're looking at them every, 4 or 5 days until then once they start to turn mostly cloudy. I like to hit them as soon as I see an amber trichome.
You take them.
I'm taking them down because that's where you're at your height of ripeness.
Right.
Is right when you start seeing if you see too many amber trichomes, you've gone a little past the ripeness stage. So I like to hit it right when I start seeing amber trichome heads, not the stalk, amber trichome heads, and everything else is cloudy. That's when I like to take mine. So, but keeping notes is very important. If you have to do IPM, keep notes of your IPM and what you used. And then so you can alternate the next time, and you don't have to sit and go, fuck, what did I use? Damn, which one was it? Son of a bitch.
Or what time did I do this?
Right, so you don't have to do that if you got it written down. So notes are very important.
I can tell you, there's been in my growing pains of learning, I have lost track of some notes at times, and It can bite, come
Oh,
around
yeah.
and bite you if you don't.
Real
If
quick.
you don't know something, it
Yep.
can bite you.
Well, I fed something and didn't write it down one time, and I'm like, oh. And I look at my notes and it's not written down. I'm like, oh, I need to feed those. They don't look too good. And then I fed them again.
Right.
About 5 days later, they didn't look good.
Oh, man.
And then I was like, holy crap, I fed them twice. So it's very important to write stuff down and keep track of what you're doing. Taking notes is the best way. So
Yeah.
So right now, it's news time, man.
It is. It is
So
news
it's time
time.
for Stewie in the news.
Hello, welcome to Besame Wellness. It's opening December 23rd off 169 Highway in Smithville. We have opened up 4 more stores in North Kansas City, off Berry Road and I-29, Liberty, Gallatin, and coming soon, Warrensburg. We are your favorite local medical marijuana dispensary, here to educate, help, and engage our local community. We have everything you're looking for, from high-quality flower to edibles, tinctures, and beverages. And if we don't have it, odds are we are getting it very soon. So please, come see our beautiful dispensaries and let our informative, educated staff take care of you. And welcome to the Besame family.
It's time for the Top Shelf Weekly Update with Stuart Wells.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to your Top Shelf Weekly Update. I'm Stuart Wells, and our first story tonight could potentially hit us all close to home in the very near future. The Springfield News Leader reported that late last week, a federal judge made an order that could dramatically change the development of Missouri's medical cannabis industry. Missouri voters authorized a highly regulated medical cannabis system just 3 short years ago. Voters backed a state constitutional amendment that made it mandatory for cannabis companies to be at least 51% owned by Missouri residents. Residents being defined as those living here in Missouri for a minimum of 1 year before applying for a cannabis facility permit. But in a Thursday virtual hearing that lasted just 7 minutes, according to federal court records, Judge Nanette Lowry of the Missouri Western District ordered a permanent injunction against the residency requirement. This comes months after Lowry blocked the state from enforcing the requirement with a preliminary injunction back in late June. When Lowry's written order is issued, Missouri cannabis companies will no longer need to comply with the 51% residency rule. That opens the way for big cannabis corporations to directly enter Missouri's market. The plaintiff in the lawsuit that resulted in Lowry's order, Pennsylvania investor Mark Toigo, argued in court filings that Missouri retail sales could be worth $175 to $275 million per year. The large cannabis company Columbia Care, who has cannabis business permits in 18 jurisdictions within the U.S. and the European Union, in its most recent quarter reported $109.7 million in revenues and gross profit margins over 40%, held a grand opening in Hermann, Missouri. And the company said they also have plans for a manufacturing center in nearby Boone County. It is not clear whether the current ruling on residency requirements will be appealed in federal courts. The Department of Health and Senior Services could not be reached for comment by the news deadline. So that one we will want to be watching very closely as it goes on. Our next story is about hemp. The Global Hemp Innovation Center at Oregon State University announced last week that it has received a $10 million grant from the U.S. Department of Agriculture to study and define the economic opportunities for hemp in the western United States. Provided by the USDA, the National Institute of Food and Agriculture's Sustainable Agriculture Systems Grant Program, that's a mouthful, OSU scientists plan to use the funding to partner with 8 institutions across the country in a 5-year research program. The research will be designed to address the needs of businesses in Native American and rural communities in a vast region of the Western Pacific United States, covering 4 states. Jeffrey Steiner, Associate Director of the Hemp Center at OSU, told reporters that the funding received for the research program is one of the largest grants to study hemp ever awarded. Steiner is quoted as saying, "We just really feel fortunate to get it. It's a very competitive program, and we are among the elite institutions to get the money." Pardon me. I want to be able to finish this. So, although hemp agriculture and products made from hemp were legalized with the 2018 Farm Bill, developing a comprehensive industry to produce grain and fiber from hemp, as well as CBD and other cannabinoids, has had a sluggish start so far. More research is needed to study where different types of hemp can be best grown and the best genetics and farming techniques to use. Researchers also plan to study where to best process the hemp materials grown in the region. Likely growth markets to support the expansion of the hemp industry, and how to incorporate the crop into existing production systems in order to complement rather than disrupt markets. The research funded by the USDA grant will focus on the rural transportation corridor that runs through Washington, Oregon, Nevada, and California, east of the Sierra Nevada and Cascade Mountain ranges, from the southern to the northern borders of the United States. The immense region encompasses a variety of mostly arid and environmental conditions with large areas of both irrigated and non-irrigated agricultural production. Whew, moving on, that was a tough one. This one's actually pretty cool because we've got some great news. According to a study, regular cannabis users, everybody around here, are able to drive as safely as sober people, even while stoned. Yeah, right? Yeah, can I get some applause there?
Too, not just regular cannabis.
Yeah, right? I get it. I see what you did there. In a study published in Accident Analysis and Prevention Journal to investigate the potential risks of cannabis-impaired driving, a team of researchers affiliated with the University of Colorado recruited 85 adults between the ages of 25 and 45 to participate in a simulated driving study. The subject pool included 31 subjects who reported using cannabis every day, 24 who said they got high 1 to 2 times a week, and 30 people who did not use cannabis at all. Probably sad people. Each subject performed 2 separate tests using a car-based driving simulator with a 45-minute break in between each session. During the break, each cannabis-using subject was given 15 minutes to get, quote, as high as they wanted using flower that they purchased themselves. Researchers asked participants to bring cannabis with 15 to 30% THC content, but did not impose any other limitations on what kind of cannabis could be used. They said, don't worry about the terps, just get the THC here and we'll see what we got. Using the MiniSim National Advanced Driving Simulators, researchers obtained 2 separate measures of driving performance in simulated urban driving scenarios. The simulator recorded the data on the standard deviation of lateral placement. In other words, how well do you stay in your own lane? You know, that's something we were just talking about. Researchers also kept track of whether drivers drove faster or slower than the speed limits posted in the simulation. I think we all kind of know the answer to that one, probably. At least we have a hunch. You'd think it's a wives' tale, but hold on. Researchers found that the occasional cannabis users performed significantly worse on the lane tracking test after getting high, which suggests that cannabis could indeed be interfering with their ability to drive safely. But experienced daily users were able to drive as safely as the sober control group. Occasional users also drove slightly faster than the posted speed limit when they were under the influence. On the other hand, and here it is, this is the old legend come true. Daily cannabis users drove significantly slower than the speed limit.
That's because we're chilled, man.
That's because we're like, hey man, let's just go a little slower. Like, what if an
What's
old
the
lady
rush?
needs to cross the street? Yeah, what's the rush,
You
man?
know.
So, anyway, here, where am I? Here I go.
See there?
So I was coming right to this funny joke that I made earlier. So remember, folks, if you can't get a DD, get yourself a designated OG smoker.
Yeah.
Right? Anyway, anti-legalization groups and law enforcement officials have constantly warned that adult use legalization will lead to an increase in cannabis-related traffic accidents. But the data so far suggests that this is simply not the case. Several research studies, however, have found that it is far more dangerous to drive under the influence of prescription pills than cannabis. So, I don't know. I enjoyed that one. So that's all I've got for tonight. Thanks, everyone.
Are you a Missouri patient looking for other options besides your local dispensary? Have you considered finding a caregiver but found the process to be confusing and hard to navigate? We understand, and that's why we created Farmers Market, Missouri's freelance marketplace for licensed caregivers to conveniently offer their services to Missouri patients. Sign up today at farmersmarket.com.
All right. Thank you, Stuart.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, it takes a second, remember? Yeah. There it is.
There it is.
So, since that's a farmer's market commercial, maybe they should probably start thinking about this. They help caregivers find patients and vice versa.
Yes.
Right.
Where is the designated OG category when you need someone who's
come pick you
high
up?
to come and drive you home? Yeah. Because I'm not driving home with sober people. You can't trust them.
I wonder if we could start like an OG Uber.
OG Uber.
OG Uber.
That's right.
There you go.
Give us a call, and somebody who's high in the area that's been smoking a long time
We'll come get you.
will come and get you. They might be a
Yeah,
little late.
we'll be late.
Well, they may have to. They may
Well,
have
I
to
mean-
smoke right before they get there or on the way.
Well, and they're going to be late because they're not in a hurry, and
Right, they're driving a
traffic's-
little slower, very safe.
Right.
So anyway, and they got to stop and get, something to drink.
Right.
Gotta
So make sure you plan extra time.
got to stop and get some Fago.
Right. Get some
Fago.
Funyuns. Don't
Get some
forget
Funyuns.
Funyuns.
Funyuns and
man.
Fago, man.
Gotta have
and
water.
Faygo.
Funyuns and Fago, the,
Whole lot of water.
the Juggalo nectar.
Oh man. Funyuns.
How many of you guys were Juggalos when you were kids? Don't it? You probably won't admit it.
Big V's taxi service.
This is good. Yeah, thank you.
I would be the one in the back all the time. So, all right.
Man.
So be blunt.
I always am. I always do.
Yes, you are. You are. Okay. So, all right. Well, obviously, we have our guest up here from Shady Phrase Farm.
Yep.
We went out there today, and we didn't. Zach went out there today, and was it today or was yesterday?
It
You
was
went out yesterday,
evening, right? What was crazy was it timed out perfectly.
Yeah, you talk about it.
It was cloudy and kind of crappy all day yesterday, and I pull up, and I get out of the car, and as soon as I get out of the car, the clouds break, sun comes out, beautiful, beautiful weather for...
Has anybody got the what's changed yet? Something on the set here has changed.
Yeah, if you guys
What's
forgot.
changed?
Did you guys remember?
Yeah.
What's changed? I think
So-
it's good catching you by surprise. You weren't ready for it.
Right. But yeah, it was pretty cool. We got their banner up there, Shady Phrase Farm. We didn't
We didn't bring an ashtray.
There you go. But it was pretty cool. So what do you guys plan on doing out?
Huh?
Nope, somebody got it.
Mindy Holbrook, send us a message.
Mindy Holbrook got it.
Yep.
The dude.
Was turned
The
around.
Duda got turned around. The Duda statue. And no, I don't think you can still get those. We had a guy in the Dudist group that was making those with his laser printer
Oh, okay.
Oh, shoot.
back in the day
That means the program's out there somewhere.
when I first
Right.
became ordained as a Dudist priest.
You
One
know?
of my greater accomplishments in life.
I'm gonna talk to some
I
people
filled
about
all
being
the
able to
shit
get
out
it.
right on the website.
dude.
I answered all the questions.
Right.
Yes, I'm a person. I am alive.
Right.
I believe in something.
Okay. So let's get back to the Shady Farms.
Wouldn't be
No.
here if I wasn't.
What is your guys' vision?
Don't be hating on my.
I ain't hating on the dude.
I kind of feel like
Man's
you're
having
just.
epiphanies up here, man.
I kind
You know,
of feel
epiphanies.
like you're just like discarding my
Discarding the
accomplishments,
dude.
man.
Discarding the dudeism.
Just because it's just like you fill out a 3-part questionnaire, one question parts.
Is that kind of like the same thing if you want to marry one of your buddies and you go online? And
Right. Yeah.
Same kind
Universal Life Church, man.
Right.
You can become a minister too.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
what I
that's where Jim Carrey's a minister through, man. All
Really?
all those guys, man. Yeah, it's
Very
legit,
interesting.
man. It's legit. Anyway, what the fuck?
Oh man. Good.
What's
times.
up? So,
Take it away, Zach.
yeah, you talking about Shady Phrase Farm, man?
Yeah. So
It's a really cool place.
It is.
And I haven't even been there yet, but I think I'm hoping to get by there here in the next couple weeks. I
Yeah.
want to maybe bring my grandson out there, pet the animals and stuff like that, you know. But yeah, so what? Tell us about it, dude.
yeah, if you got the video, looks like he already. Go ahead and bring up some of those videos. This
there we
is Shady Phrase Farms. What do
Talk
you
about
guys?
it, bro.
Yeah, what do you guys got going on there?
All right, so this is it. I'll just kind of tell a quick story behind the farm, and then I'll tell a quick story about, what I think it kind of takes to
Right on.
defeat some of these unseen enemies that we deal with. So, story behind the farm. So my sister, Stephanie Fraze, she committed suicide on September 16th a year ago. She got diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia at about age 36. She was 2 years younger than me, my only sibling. We grew up, extremely close. She even lived with me for a while towards the end there. She had right around a 5-year bout with it. That was just, really up and down, doctor's appointments, all kinds of crazy stuff happening. At one point along the way, she showed up to Thanksgiving dinner with a pet pig and a baby stroller. So that may have been one of the kind of ideas behind the farm.
A
But
little bit of an inspiration.
there you go. She loved to smoke.
And here's the tree you were telling me about.
Yeah, and that's the willow tree that's planted with my sister's ashes.
Yeah.
So she loved to smoke. We thought we had the freedom to smoke because God put the plant on this earth for us.
You would
And
think,
that's
right?
why I don't go back to Kansas too often anymore. So, but anyway,
Heard that.
she loved to smoke. So, we were really close, and it was tough at the end. And kind of touching on the topic earlier, I feel like this prescription meds definitely did play a part as well. But it was really tough. So after that happened, me and my son moved into this home where I'm at now in April. At some point in the middle of May, I had the idea for the farm. We had the land behind us, but that was it, just the land. So at some point I had the idea for the farm. I wanted to do something so people would always keep talking about her. And so Shady Phrase was her Instagram handle and her social media handle and that kind of stuff. So that's where the Shady Phrase farm comes from. We're gonna give, a portion of all our proceeds to families of suicide victims. So that's one part of it,
Okay.
is that part for her. And then as far as I go, I'm an alcoholic. I drank a fifth and a half a day for 15 years. It almost killed me numerous times. Cannabis saved my life a lot of times, even during that period, just where I was able to go handle my business and not be sick, with it. So that's my story. I got sober about 3 years ago. So I'm planning on starting a cannabis-friendly group out there at the farm as well for that. And I would say like ultimate goal I'll tell a little quick story if
Yeah,
that's
go ahead,
all right.
man. Absolutely. That's what we're here, man.
In terms of what I feel like it kind of takes for some of us to be able to defeat, you know, these demons that we're dealing with. So, all right, quick story. So the movie Pay It Forward. All right, if you've seen it, you're gonna understand. If you haven't seen it, you damn well should go.
Probably
see it.
has really helped the world
All right,
out.
so
Honestly.
I agree.
quick story. Quick story. This kid starts this movement where you have to do something for 3 other people that they can't pay back. All right, so it gets to this kid's grandma. She's an alcoholic. She's driving down the road one night, and this guy obviously had just robbed a store. He's running down the street with the radio. She hollers at him, you know, get in, the cops are coming. He gets in, they pull off to an area, they sit there. So they start talking. She gets ready to tell him why she did it and about this movement. And she stops herself. And she's like, no. She's like, it's just too good. She's like, you can't touch it. It's just too good. You're not going to do it. I'm not telling you. And he's hitting the roach, and he's like, oh, you're going to tell me. So, fast forward. This man is in the emergency room with a stab wound. All right? He's already been in and out of jail, this man's story. He's in the emergency room with a stab wound, so he's going to get in first before these other people. It's packed. There's a lawyer with his daughter that is having an asthma attack. So this man pulls out his gun, starts shooting it off, says, get this little girl back in there. They take the little girl back in there. They take his ass to jail. The lawyer ends up paying it to a reporter. When the reporter gets a hold of this story, he's not going to stop till he gets to the source.
Right.
All right? So he visits this man in jail. Gets to the bottom of everything that happened. And finally, he just looks at this man, and he's just like, he just says, why? He's like, why would you do it? Like, why would you do this? Why would you pay it forward? And he says, and it gets me almost choked up even to this day, he says, because no one tells me what I can and can't touch. And it's that right there, that spark that happens. And he was paying it forward to people in jail. People were getting clean. And it's that spark right there that happens where a lot of people I've dealt with can really, like, you just don't care about drugs or alcohol anymore when that hits.
Right,
Hits.
It's like a revelation.
It's like an epiphany. It's like an epiphany. And that's one part of the story. And the second part of that story, to me, is the grandma. Because still in the midst of her alcoholism, you know, she was still, she hadn't stopped. Even in the midst of her alcoholism, she did that started that ripple effect.
Right.
And it's both sides of that story that I just want people to understand that you can just make a real difference.
It's important to pay it
in
forward.
both ways. And so that's our goal, that's my goal, because when I lost my sister, I literally felt, and this may sound a little dark, but it's real. I literally felt like I lost a personal battle, like against Satan, like a spiritual battle.
Right.
And so, like, my goal for the rest of my life, I'll be damned if he's gonna give me again. Like, my goal or any of the people I love.
Right.
So my goal for the rest of my life is just to help as many people hit that spark.
That's how you do it. That's how you battle that, man.
To me, like, hitting that spark
Yes.
is the equivalent of just chopping off a demon's head.
Right.
So that's what we're about on that part. Then we also have all the lovely animals. I mean, it's peaceful too.
Bring
So
up
what
some
happens out there, bro? So
play number 3. So check out.
as Shady Phrase Farms as its function.
All right.
So how does someone who is battling addiction or battling depression or anything else, PTSD, a veteran who might be suffering from, you know, issues that he's brought back from combat, how are they going to benefit? What do they get from when they come to Shady Phrase Farm? What is the ultimate vision for them when they come there?
Honestly, at this point, just from what I've dealt with so far, which is the 3 or 4 people, you know, whose lives have just been completely changed and saved, in my opinion. With Deshaun being one of them, that kid is just absolutely amazing. Just an amazing kid. At 19, he's been through way more than I've been through at 44. He's just an amazing kid. and my son as well. Like these kids 19 to 21 that just put everything into this. But the spirit there, like all I can say is like the force and the spirit there with the tree and just with the energy, the blood, sweat, and tears literally that we put into it. Like so far people literally have just been showing up. And, you know, we just treat every situation differently. We help them along the way.
And what happens when I say I show up there? What happens?
We just sit down by the campfire and talk.
Right on.
Feed the animals. And it goes
Just be there.
It goes where it
just
goes.
exist.
It goes where it goes because everybody's different.
It's a place you could just come and be alone if you wanted to and just chill with the goats.
Exactly. Healing sometimes peaceful and sometimes you gotta go through.
Or if you need to talk to somebody that's is going to keep your confidentiality, and you just need somebody to vent to or to just conversate with, then that's the place to go, man. And that right there is healing.
Yeah.
And you know, if you're a medical card patient and you bring some meds there, it's private property. It's a safe place to consume medication. Am I wrong?
You're correct. It's
okay.
Private property.
Yeah.
It's my property.
Private property, and it's fenced in, and so that's the restrictions. As long as it's private property and somebody can't just wander on it, you're free to smoke there if you have permission from the owner. So, that's a safe place to go and convene and work your problems out, meditate.
And
that's what it sounds like to me.
You can meet the animals. We got Kevin Bacon, the mini pig, Princess, Stitch. The potbelly pigs. We got Gus is
Hit number
the
5.
best goat you ever seen in your life. Gus is the greatest. There's Lily.
So which
Lily,
one's which?
Lily's on the left, and Gus is on the right. And then, do we have any of the ducks?
I did not get the ducks.
All right,
up.
those are.
I've seen the ducks.
All right, I'm gonna tell a quick story.
They're
They're called top-notch ducks. We literally built this farm off of Craigslist. So whenever we needed something, we went to Craigslist, right?
Right.
So, and people helped us along the way. I told everybody the vision.
That's
People helped
awesome.
us along the way. This wonderful lady gave us Gus for free. So we look at ducks, and it says top-notch ducks on the ad. So we're like, damn, these must be some really good ducks.
Fire ducks.
We click on there. No, they got like heads of hair on
That's
top
awesome,
of their
dude.
head.
That's
so
awesome.
nobody's ever seen ducks
Right.
like these.
That's
before.
cool.
So
Yeah.
just come out, hang
Dude,
out.
what an
You know,
amazing
we got an
trip
event
you-
space,
man.
birthday
Yeah, man.
parties,
Where are
any
you guys
type
at?
of event. Any
Awesome,
type of
dude.
event.
Where are you guys at?
We're right off 55th Street and 71 Highway, right there in the city.
55th and 71, right downtown, man.
Yeah.
Yep. So I mean, it's a paradise right in the middle of downtown. So,
Yep.
yeah, man, you guys, and go ahead, give him your name and who else is there? You.
We got me, my son, Deshaun. We got a couple other people helping. I actually had a guy email me off of. Oh, let's give him the stuff real quick, son. I actually had a guy grab the shirts. I got everything. I actually had a guy. Here's a plaque for you guys.
Oh, right on, man.
I actually had a guy email me off of that article just from reading it that wanted to come out and help, and so it's been an amazing journey, a really amazing journey.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna read it. So yeah, this is a really cool little plaque here
Yeah.
that he's given us. We're gonna hang it on the wall. It says, "Thank you to the Top Shelf with Big V and Zach, cast and crew, for showing us love and support at the beginning of our journey when there were few. Blessings to your show. All gas, no brakes till we save them all."
Hell
so,
yeah.
dude, brother, I appreciate that so much. I appreciate that. We're gonna hang that
Thank
up
you. I
over there.
appreciate you guys. I really do.
Well, this is what it takes, man. You know, this is a community, and it's about healing. See, you know, we have to ignore all this other stuff and this banter over you know, money and licenses and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, not that we have to forget it. Don't get me wrong. There's a time and a place, but
Right.
we have to come past that and come above that right now, and we have to remember that we are healers.
Yeah.
And that's why we started this journey, was to bring healing through the herb that we love so much. And through that, the main thing, I think, is the fact that it brings so many different people together. I mean, you know, people who would never, ever commune together
Right.
will come and commune over cannabis. and they will. It's such, just such an amazing catalyst for unity, I guess. And that's what Shady Phrase seems to be about. We're all healers on this journey, and remembering that and staying focused on that and not getting caught up in all the hubbub. That's where the truth lies, man. So if you ever need a place to chill, a place to talk, a place to hang out with animals, just any place at all, to go and just smoke a little herb and be kind of in nature when you're not, hit up Shady Phrase, man.
And get on the Insta and Facebook and all that.
Yeah.
We got some events coming up here in
Right on,
October
man.
and
Nice.
all
Cool.
that. So
Well, shoot them our way. We'll definitely put them out there. So we have to do the Wheel of Dank.
Yes, we have a Wheel of Dank to do.
Okay, so
Wanna
we
bring
got
that
some
wheel up?
probably fire genetics
Yep.
souvenirs to give away. So let's bring up the Wheel of
not to
Dank.
be confused.
Here we go. Spin that wheel, Dave.
All right. Who do we got, Dave?
Oh, Ben. No,
Ben,
Ben
my
Pitzer. Dude, Ben.
Family, Ben,
That's
that's, my
awesome.
family. I love you, man.
Ben, he was here
He was
2
just
weeks
here.
ago.
Yeah, we were
Ah,
just
I
kicking
love
it.
that.
2
He was
weeks
at the
ago.
farm. He was at the farm.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
at-
Right on, Ben. All right, well, you got you some probably fire gear coming your way, man. Or, yeah, that's awesome, man. So, hey, everybody, it's been really cool.
Yes.
I'm so glad we were able to
Kick it with the Shady Phrase Farm.
give these guys a chance to share their vision
Yeah.
and their passion with us and with our community we have here.
Oh, one last thing I forgot, Big V.
Oh yeah, go ahead,
you
man.
go.
Talk about this while we're dabbing out.
This is just personal right now. I just whipped it up, but this is literally like my second favorite plant medicine
What is it?
behind THC. It's called sea moss. It's literally like coral straight from the sea that you go through a process, turn into a gel, but it's just excellent for everything. Just full body, mind, soul.
Now, how do you utilize
You
it?
just put 2 scoops in a smoothie. Boom.
Okay, right on.
Disclaimer, don't drink it straight. Don't drink it straight or eat it straight. Nope. You
Don't.
might. I mean, some people are crazy enough to do it. No. And I
It's
got to
called
give a shout. It's called CMOS. I got to give a shout out to my former baseball player, X. He put me onto it. It's an awesome, awesome product. So
Right
anyway,
on.
that's just for you, Big V, but I'm probably whip up some more at some point.
Appreciate it. Well, everybody, it's been awesome. So happy growing, plant often. I don't know if I got the right order anymore even, but stay lifted, everybody.
Always stay living no matter what.
Peace.
Welcome to Besame Wellness. Since opening December 23rd off 169 Highway in Smithville, we have opened up 4 more stores in North Kansas City, off Berry Road and I-29, Liberty, Gallatin, and coming soon, Warrensburg. We are your favorite local medical marijuana dispensary, here to educate, help, and engage our local community. We have everything you're looking for, from high-quality flower to edibles, tinctures, and beverages. And if we don't have it, odds are we are getting it very soon. So please, come see our beautiful dispensaries and let our informative, educated staff take care of you. And welcome to the Besame family.
Are you a Missouri patient looking for other options besides your local dispensary? Have you considered finding a caregiver but found the process to be confusing and hard to navigate? We understand, and that's why we created Farmers Market, Missouri's freelance marketplace for licensed caregivers to conveniently offer their services to Missouri patients. Sign up today at farmersmarket.com.
Welcome to Kansas City Cannabis, your hometown, locally owned and operated cannabis dispensary. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will guide you through your journey to wellness. Patients First is our guiding mantra, and we'll continue to bring quality, affordable medicine to the patients of Missouri. Kansas City Cannabis Company, inspiring wellness. Now open in Kearney and Blue Springs. Coming soon to Lake Lotawana and Excelsior Springs. For location, hours, and current menu, visit kccannabis.org.
Hari Om Hemp. Our mission is to promote better overall health and wellness as a whole, mind, body, and spirit. Founded by nurses with a strong belief in alternative holistic therapies, always striving to provide the highest quality and safest products possible. You can find all of our products at hariomhemp.com. All Hari Om Hemp products are tested at a third-party facility.